Hi guys! Welcome back to my channel. So in my last video I shared with you the 3-step formula and the toolkit that you need to be aware of before you quit your job. So in this video I'm going to talk about the 17 things you need to consider before you finally take the plunge and quit your job. So yes, without further ado, let's get right to it. So this is my journal, as you can see. So these are the real things, real considerations that I went through personally last year before I decided to quit my job, and I really hope that these will be useful to you as well. So the first thing is that you need to ask yourself, what am I really unhappy about? So obviously, depending on the real reasons why you're not happy, why you are thinking of leaving your job, there could be multiple solutions. So for me, what I was not happy about was actually a quite long list of things. Well, don't get me wrong, there were loads of positive things as well, and that's why I was doing the job for so many years as well. There were great people to work with, at least some of them anyway, and the pay wasn't bad at all, and I had a lot of fun, but the hours were just so long, the stress was so high, and there was yeah, just no role model really. So when I look at the top job, you know, the C-level people, they just seemed unhappy, and the stress level was even higher than mine. The pay may be very good, but they didn't have time to spend it. And yeah, I was physically ill as well. When I was on a holiday, all I could think about was work. So really, the job was killing me. And yeah, and the culture as well, the corporate culture was quite toxic. I didn't really enjoy the office politics that much, and yeah, it was just general lack of fulfillment, combined with the dreaded Sunday evenings and Monday blues and physical stress and emotional stress, a combination of everything, I guess. So for me, yeah, this question was very easy to answer, so I basically listed all the things, and I decided the only way to end this and only way to be happy at that point in time was to leave the job. But obviously, you know, you need to plan for it. So if you haven't watched that video, the last video I mentioned, please do check it out. I will leave the link in the description down below, so do check it out. Plan, plan, plan. You need a plan before you take the plunge. Yeah, so the other factor for me was also the pull factor. I was always interested in business, and I was passionate about property, something I was doing along the side for many years. So it was the push and it was the pull for me. The combination of these two very important factors that made me take the plunge. So yeah, do ask yourself exactly what you are unhappy about, because it could be just that you are unhappy with one incident or one particular situation, and you were still maybe excited about the career progression and getting the top job. So if that's the case, then you just need to deal with that situation in isolation and then go for the top job. But if you ask yourself, so for example, if you ask yourself, would a promotion make me happy, or would you know, a C-level job make you happy? If the answer is no, then obviously you need to jump, you need to get out of there ASAP. But before you do, have a plan. Watch my last video. Secondly, how large is my safety net? So a very important question. If you have literally no other income coming in and your only safety net is the job, then obviously you need to plan to death. You need to have a safety net built already before you take the plunge. So the third thing to consider is your monthly cash burn rate. So for me at that point, I think I was spending about £2,000 a month, and I was saving everything else aggressively, as I mentioned before. So yeah, I was very clear on the amount of money that I needed to survive and sustain my lifestyle, and I strongly recommend that you do your numbers. The fourth one is passive income. So do you have any passive income or any other income stream to support your lifestyle? Yeah, actually you also need to be clear on what sort of lifestyle that you need. That is a starting point to work out the expenses, the future cash flow that you need every month. So yeah, for me, I was quite fortunate. Obviously, I had already built a property business alongside my full-time job, so I had the passive income coming in, and that kind of gives me an added sort of safety net, if you like. The fifth one is the list of things that you like to do, that I plan to do after I quit my job. So again, I had a long list of 10 things that I wanted to do, and a year and a half on, I'm not even halfway through, so I'm really excited about the future. Number 6 is to think about others. Your decision will obviously have an impact on other people, especially the loved ones that are close to you, your close friends, your family. So I obviously went through this as well, and I decided my close friends are going to be fine, they have their jobs, my family are able to take care of themselves, luckily, touch wood. So really, I don't need to think about them, I just needed to look after myself and make sure I don't collapse. Really, yeah, so I was quite fortunate. Number 7 is to calculate my net worth. And yeah, so basically take out your spreadsheet, do some number crunching, understand your personal balance sheet, draw it out so that it is, you know, in front of you so you can visualize it. And also I would suggest that you do your personal income statement, your personal cash flow forecast, just, you know, basic stuff. You don't need a finance degree to be able to work that out. Number 8 is to plan your future savings, because you know, if you're pregnant, if you have a baby coming along soon, then obviously that involves completely different sort of planning. You need to set funds aside for the baby or for any other hobbies that you really would like to get into. You get the idea, you need to plan. Number 9 is, will a sabbatical do the trick? For me it was no. Simply no. There was no way a sabbatical could work. It would just delay the pain. Having said that, it might work for you. You know, a year of traveling around, think of it as a gap year, like a career break. You may get more clarity, you may change your mind, you may actually decide, okay, I just you know, need to change a tiny bit of direction. So yeah, there are lots of considerations, and you are the only person that has all the answers. Number 10, how open is the bank of mum and dad? And for me, it was completely closed. Completely. No way. It's never been open, really. But you may be lucky, you may be able to access funds of your mum and dad, and that could be your safety net. Or that could be a resource for you if you were to open up your own business, your restaurant, or whatever business venture you want to get into. At least that you will have the funding available, hopefully. Hopefully there will be cheap funding as well. Number 11 is, are you willing to work at McDonald's? For me, it was a very simple yes. When I was a student, I worked as a cleaner, I worked as a waitress, I worked so many odd jobs. I was selling toothpaste when I was 15 or 14. Really, honestly, I was prepared. I was willing to do whatever it takes. In the worst case scenario, I could even work at McDonald's. Number 12, what time of year is it? Okay, so generally it's risky to quit in Q4 because obviously your bonus is linked to the whole year's performance, and normally your bonus is paid either in December or in March the following year. So obviously now around Christmas time, probably, you know, it's not the best time if you were still wanting to get the bonus. So timing is very, very important. Number 13 is, do you have something else lined up? So that links to the previous number 5, basically the list of things that you plan to do. So really it depends on your big plan. What do you plan to do? And then you line things up accordingly. If you were to go and work for a competitor, maybe well, in order to obviously get experience so that in the future you will be in a better position to either further advance your career or start your own business, then you need to make sure that you've got another job lined up. So yeah, it all comes down to the planning, so do check out my previous video, please. So do yourself a favor, click on the link down below in the description box. And the last consideration, sorry, I've lost it. Sorry, we've got still 4 to go. Number 14 is take your time to quit. So you need a huge amount of time to obviously understand yourself and to understand what your true desires are, not just a random wish or hope, but what really you know, excites you. That's very, very important. Understand exactly what you want before you quit, and obviously you need to have a plan as well and acquire the relevant skill set. So it takes time, but trust me, it will be worth it. Number 15 is talk to as many people who have quit as possible. So if you were to go into interior design business, then you need to talk to other successful interior designers who hopefully were in your position before. If you were to get into the property business, then you would want to talk to people who have done it before. So you get the idea. You need to get the experience firsthand from people who have done it, who have been there, who have done it, and you just basically use them as role models. Not literally use them, obviously. You learn from them as role models. Number 16 is your current job. I would strongly suggest that you still perform very well in your current job, no matter how much you hate it and how much it's killing you. You just have to get it done because it is still paying you, and it makes you feel good. It gives you confidence as well. If you can do your current job well, you will be able to do your future job or your business well as well. Plus, you don't want to obviously burn any bridges. You might need references from your current job. You may actually go into business partnerships with your ex-colleagues, so make sure you still do your current job well and don't burn any bridges. Number 17 is give yourself credit. As I mentioned previously, you set your SMART goals. In my previous video, we talked about setting SMART goals. So every time you hit your goal, no matter how small the goal is, make sure you celebrate. Celebrate the way that you love. So for me, I used to celebrate by getting myself a massage. The job kind of damaged my neck and my shoulders and my spine, so I needed a massage from time to time, so I used to celebrate that way. And I used to also just go out with my friends to fancy restaurants, holidays. So yeah, just celebrate. Whenever you hit a goal, celebrate and treat yourself to some fancy clothes or handbags if those are your thing. So yeah, these are the 17 things to consider before you quit your job. Yeah. And last but not least, before you quit your job, remember to subscribe to this channel. Like, comment and subscribe, you know what to do. I would really appreciate it. Thank you so much. I will see you in the next video. Bye! Ciao ciao!